Hello everyone, I'm Tommy with Studio Sense. The dog days of summer are here. Here in East Tennessee, we've had some of the hottest weather in the last couple of days. Been like 95 degrees with 75% humidity. If you live in an area like that, then perhaps you're thinking about the kind of fragrances that you can wear that will be good in high heat and work really well on your skin. I thought about that actually as I was purchasing these 5 fragrances that I'm going to showcase today. So when we return, we'll go over the lineup and talk about whether they're good for high heat or not, that and more, so stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Our first summer scent that we're going to talk about today out of the 5 is from perfumist Michel Almerac. It was created and launched in 2005 from the German company Montblanc, who is best known for creating luxury pens, and they actually named their fragrances after luxury pens. Same for this particular fragrance called Star Walker. So we're going to look at Montblanc Star Walker and let's check out that presentation. Spicy and woody accords come together as Montblanc Star Walker opens with an eclectic combination of bergamot, mandarin, and bamboo. The core of the composition consists of white musk, cedar, and sandalwood. The base brings out aromas of fir resin, ginger, amber, and nutmeg. 2 sprays on the wrist. Atomizer works really well. Montblanc Star Walker is a great example of a fragrance that has the notes in equal composition and equal blend. In other words, there isn't a specific predominant note. They all get the same airtime or hang time, as it were. So it's a fantastic, spicy, woody. The woods are kind of predominant. It's a very warm, bright, woody, spicy, aromatic fragrance capturing the best of the warm days of summer. So this would be a fantastic summertime fragrance. It would be a great high heat fragrance. Since there isn't a particular note that's either heavy or cloying or heavy-handed, it would be fantastic in high heat. Perfect for the office, perfect for the home office, all around, kick around signature scent that is best for spring and summer. Great for day and nighttime casual use and wear. Montblanc Star Walker. Excellent. The next summer scent that I'm featuring out of the 5 today is, by coincidence, created by the same perfumist, Michel Almerac. And this was in 2018, so it's relatively new on the scene. It is from a car manufacturer, Bentley, which we know we love Bentley Absolute, Bentley Intense for men, very affordable fragrances. Bentley Momentum Unlimited. Momentum Unlimited was released with Momentum Intense at the same time, another flanker. But let's check out Momentum Unlimited's presentation. By the way, all of these today are actually going to be eau de toilette concentration. Momentum Unlimited combines warm aromatic accords with citrus and spice to create a smooth, sophisticated cologne that best suits casual, warm weather wear. The opening is a crisp grapefruit with a tart, sweet green apple laced with sweet cardamom nuances. In the heart, you've got cedar, dark chocolate, vetiver, and sandalwood, and in the base, leather, musk, and ambroxan. So you can imagine with those notes, this is going to give you that very warm, citrus, spicy, aromatic, but extremely masculine because of that ambroxan and that modern spin or appeal. This is another one that suits itself to warm weather wear. Now this one I wouldn't go to 90-degree weather. Ambroxan is one of those aroma chemicals. Once you reach higher heats, like in the 90s or above, it's gonna be a little bit cloying, a little heavy-handed, tend to cut off your breath a little bit. So wouldn't recommend it for that, but for warm weather wear, summertime wear up into the 70s and 80s, you're gonna be perfectly fine for this. From spraying it in the presentation, it's still hanging in the air, and I really, really like it. This has got a supremely masculine scent profile that is perfect for a signature scent. So far, Starwalker and Momentum Unlimited. Momentum Unlimited is kind of like taking your favorite blue fragrance like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense, Bulgari, Orome, Aqua Atlantique, taking the best of the aquatic and the salty, a little bit of salty essence there, and combining it with your more masculine men's fragrance, kind of like an Aventus vibe. This one got 5 stars on Fragrance X, and I'm always intrigued by that 5-star rating to see if it's something that's worthy of that very high rating. Excellent presentation, really, really like that classic bottle look. Excellent summertime scent. Bentley Momentum Unlimited. Our next fragrance is 24 years old. It comes from the house of PERRY ELLIS, and it is PERRY ELLIS 360 Very Blue. I did get the 100ml bottle in that funky bottle that's half rocket ship. Even though you've seen it before, let's go ahead and check out that presentation. PERRY ELLIS 360 Very Blue for men is a casual, everyday kind of wear fragrance, good for most occasions. In the top, you've got a touch of cypress, lemon, and bergamot. In the mid, you've got balsam fir, geranium, lavender, rosemary, tarragon, with a base of sandalwood, vetiver, oak moss, and patchouli. Now, I didn't spray this one in the presentation because I'm going to go ahead and just spray it now, so let's try it on my arm. Like the other 360 atomizers, I don't understand, they don't spray a tremendous amount. It's like a short burst, but I guess because of the bottle shape, they figure you're gonna get it up close and personal. So you kind of have to get it up close and personal. So a little bit synthetic in the top because of that alcohol, but I feel like once that alcohol dries down, very similar to the flagship 360, PERRY ELLIS 360, it will give it a little bit more body, will come out, a little bit more warmth, a little bit more body. So I'm gonna wait a little bit for the dry down to give you kind of my consensus on 360 Very Blue. Okay, so if you've never experienced a synthetic aquatic before, by that I mean a blend of fragrances that mimics an aquatic feel or smell, PERRY ELLIS 360 Very Blue is exactly that. It is very pleasant. It does have a little bit of synthetic even from the dry down into the mid, and in the dry down you can tell it's somewhat of a synthetic fragrance, but it's not a bad synthetic. So the rosemary, tarragon, and balsam fir give it kind of a fuzzy, warm feeling in your nose. It's actually really good projection on this, and that's probably going to add to the longevity. So especially in high heat, because that's primarily what we're talking about. That's the name of this video, summer scents that are great for high heat or mid heat summertime fragrances. In the midst of these dog days of summer, this fragrance is going to work really, really well because of the blend. So again, there's no predominant note that stands out. It's a very good mix. Slightly synthetic, but again, it's not a synthetic that is super off-putting at all. And especially for coming out 24 years ago, doesn't it all smell dated? As all PERRY ELLIS fragrances have in that PERRY ELLIS DNA is a slightly more mature, stately, nice, daytime, nighttime, casual sensibility about it. Our next oldest fragrance in these 5 summertime scents is also from the house of PERRY ELLIS. Came out in 1999. It was created by perfumist Loc Dong, and it is PERRY ELLIS Portfolio. So let's go ahead and check out that presentation. The interesting thing about this particular presentation is the actual logo is upside down, as you saw me going like, what's going on here? So that is a manufacturing misprint, and perhaps someday might even be worth a little bit of money. Anytime you run into manufacturer misprints where something's upside down or misspelled or a letter's missing, some typo or something like that, obviously it's just like getting like a limited run of something, and at some point maybe worth some money. However, as a Perry Ellis mass-produced fragrance, maybe not. Just something interesting about it there. Otherwise, the presentation is relatively kind of cheap looking. I mean, it's okay. The lid itself is super light, made of very cheap plastic. The bottle is just kind of your basic bottle. So nothing really negative that I can say about it, other than it does feel kind of simplistic, kind of cheap. This mixes fruity, spicy, and aromatic accords. In the top, you've got juicy white pear and then spicy coriander. In the mid, you've got cardamom, you've got fresh green basil leaf, and then therapeutic lavender. Finishing the fragrance are base notes of Indian sandalwood, warm amber, and sensual musk. Put quite a bit on there. I don't know about this one. It's a little bit different. Now, right off the top, you do get that pear. That pear kind of has almost like it's not sweet, it's more like a dry, grassy vetiver kind of feel to it. Portfolio is more like a barbershop fougere. Now, this one might be slightly off-putting or a little bit challenging to some. It's a little bit different. It's not like crowd-pleasing or mass-appealing. So that mix of pear and basil leaf give it a very masculine, kind of a fuzzy, masculine, warm, meaty feel to it. That's like the primary or predominant notes. And then with that cardamom, kind of smooths it out a little bit. And then you get that amber, the musk, and the sandalwood notes that round it out, make it a little bit warmer. This one out of the ones that I'm presenting today is the one that's going to be the most, probably the hardest for people to like. It's going to be primarily for day and nighttime casual wear use, primarily daytime. Barbershop or warmth, a green effect, that green feel to it makes it a perfect hot summertime fragrance. Our next fragrance was released in 2006 from the nose of Jean-Marc Chélan, and it is from Banana Republic called Slate. I don't have any kind of expectation. Banana Republic makes some pretty good high-end. They've got some like a high-end version of fragrances, what they consider high-end, and then they've got some low-end version. It is extremely inexpensive, but it could be a hidden gem. Let's find out. Let's check out that presentation first. Slate has an interesting open. It's almost unisex, almost feminine. According to the note breakdown, it's a relatively simple, pleasant scent. So in the top you've got grapefruit, in the mid you've got sage, and in the base you've got ginger. Pretty simple scent profile. So you'd think that you would have a fragrance that would be kind of slightly sweet, herbaceous, and yet kind of pop off the skin because of that effervescent effect of ginger. So is that what Slate is? Let's find out. I don't have anything here. The atomizer is pretty good. It sprays a nice spread that is relatively even on the skin, so I will say that. And it's an interesting little square too. I kind of like that presentation. It looks kind of manly yet elegant. Okay, so I really like Slate. In the top you've got that slightly bitter but fruity grapefruit. Okay, grapefruit is a more complex citrus smell than most just kind of sweet citrus smells. And then in the mid you've got that green, very green, herbaceous sage. And in the bottom you've got that effervescent, that warm appeal of ginger. So they are blended very, very well, very appropriately. It does smell slightly feminine. It does come across slightly unisex, but I find that to be a really positive aspect of this fragrance because it broadens the appeal. It actually opens up the versatility. So this is going to be a very, very fresh, very invigorating, subtle scent for spring and summertime. Definitely something for high heat. Somewhat unisex, very subtle. Bentley and Starwalker are more of the mass appealing, crowd-pleasing type fragrances. Slightly synthetic, but very aromatic and not dated at all for a 24-year-old fragrance. PERRY ELLIS 360 Berry Blue. Well guys, that wraps up my look at 5 aromatic summertime scents for heat to high heat. So if you don't have any of these and after watching the video today are very interested in purchasing them, I will leave a link in the description below where you can access them. This is where I bought them from. One of them I bought from a rack store, but the rest I got from fragrancex.net, which, as you know, is my go-to for all my fragrance needs. Free shipping is awesome, and they're very, very fast too to respond to any customer service questions that you might have or other concerns that you might have. And they're quick to pack and ship and send you an email and say, hey, we just want to let you know we packed and shipped your item. So really enjoy that from Fragrance X. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my video today. As always, thank you so much for your support of my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you next time.